Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? There's sound now. Okay, we're back in the game. And yes, Jason, I did not touch a thing, so I want you to take that back. But I want you to take careful note also as how I diagnosed it, because it was proper and correct. So good, good. Glad to have you guys back. Big Wonky, how are you? Good to see you in the house again. Yeah. Mayhem for those people that are local, even though if you didn't get the ticket for the VIP on Thursday and the investigation on Friday and Saturday night, you can still come for the conferences on Saturday and then check out some of the stuff that my guests have to sell. Like Rich is going to bring some ghost lights. Misty's going to bring some of her mausoleums. Sean's going to be doing readings. Chris and James, I'm sure will have James will or Chris will probably bring some of his books and stuff like that. And also my daughter is going to loan me the use of her photo booth that she has. So you guys will actually be able to take pictures with everybody and then directly send them right to your social media channels while you're here. So you'll be able to, yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll be able to change the backgrounds and stuff like that. So it should be a lot of fun. Hey, Judith, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. In Germany, no less. Wow. Wow, we've been getting a lot of people from across the globe. We have somebody from Australia, somebody from Spain. UK people. Very cool that we have such a broad audience. Cool. So they needed me to go check the third floor. I'm going to run up to the third floor real quick. I'm going to leave you guys with this view here. Let me try this. Okay, I'm going to run up to the third floor, which are these cameras here. You'll see me in these cameras here. And then I'm going to end up down in this camera here. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and then shoot back upstairs, and I'll be here. Stationed in Germany. Wow. So I assume you're an American soldier. And if so, thank you for your service. I appreciate it. I've got to run upstairs and see what that light is. So you guys will see me in the camera moving about, and then I'll come back. Take me about 5 minutes. Chat amongst yourselves. I got to see what that light's about. Let's see here. I think I'll need it. He's back. All right, guys, got my coffee. And they're starting round 3. After this, I think they do their free roam. Just a second here. Actually, I have some cheese Danish here too. All right, cheese Danish and hot coffee. 120p. All right, it's 11:20, huh? Wow, it's already late. They didn't get rolling, so I think they got one more group session after this. Heap of people. Didn't see anything on the 3rd floor that wasn't supposed to be. So we got a group back up on the 4th floor again. Get those cameras back on there. Should have a group. Yeah, they're heading. I could see them down there at the end of the potato cellar. I don't know if they're going into the room with the chair yet or not. But anyways, let's get that 4th floor camera back up there here. So right now, they're at the south end heading north. And this is the north end looking south. So they'll go into this room here, and they'll do the human pendulum and probably a spirit box session or something. This is Abigail's room right here. For those of you who don't know, let me show you a quick picture. Dig in my cat file here. Oopsie. Actually, just close that one. I don't need that one open. And I do have my cat file. See cat? Right there. There's cat and there's brute. That's how I know where to find stuff. I just named my hard drives cats and brute. So we're in my cat file. We're going to get the picture of Abigail, give you an idea. So let's go open this up real quick. I'll show you what we're talking about. So if you guys notice anything in this picture, this is Abigail's room here. This is a Department of Corrections officer. They were doing close quarter training. They took this picture along with about 50 others. They left. They quickly went through them after this and didn't see anything. It was like a month or 2 later, his wife is going through the pictures and happens to notice this. So if you look, the sunlight, this is facing east. You got the sunlight, it's about 10:30 in the morning. It's coming in the window through this angle here. And then they've got the overhead light here. And so obviously it's casting his shadow against the wall like it should right here. If there was anybody even standing in this room, there's just no way that they could have cast a shadow against that wall. So here you actually see the shadow figure of a little girl wearing a bonnet, her tiny hand, she's reaching out, touching his shoulder with a old pioneer looking like dress on. So to this day, we can't explain that. We have no idea what it is. You go up to that room right now, and I can guarantee you there's no stains on the wall. There's nothing. This room is still originally just like this photograph was taken like 4 years ago. The only difference is I think a few more of the tiles have been pulled up now. But you can look at that wall. There's no explanation as to what that could be. And so it remains a mystery today. We don't know what that is. All right, so let me close this down real quick. We'll go back. So that's the room where it was taken right there. And we dubbed it Abigail, the fellow that you saw in the picture. And you see that's just dust. And now you can see that they've got an actual light on in that room because it's a whole lot more lit up than out in the hallway. So this is IR light, so it's pretty dark. It's not pitch dark because we do have ambient light coming in through the windows. And at the end of the hallways, there are windows that let in some light too. That's how I can roam the hallways in total darkness, is because I can still see silhouettes and stuff and line up down the middle of the hallway so I don't go running into walls and stuff. It's because I do have that ambient light. As far as having to have a light on because I'm afraid of the boogeyman, I'm way beyond that. So I don't need flashlights. In fact, if you watch my stream, most of the time I forget to even bring one. So nice, glad you're enjoying it. So now I have a chair in this room, and it's got the Raggedy Ann doll that I have sitting in an old chair, and then we bring toys for the kids throughout this hallway. I've got little cars and stuff that the boys can play with. And then I left Annabelle and the girls a doll in here to play with. And then there's a little player, kind of a little organ and stuff that Sean had brought in. And we left that for them to play with. So they've got toys up here because predominantly what we find on the 4th floor are children. You hear the sound of them running up and down the hallway. They like to play hide and go seek with me. You'll hear them singing and laughing and playing. They interact quite often with me up there on the 4th floor. There's people that'll come into the building to do an investigation. They'll go straight up to the 4th floor, and that's where they'll stay the entire time that they're here investigating. So it's a popular floor. Lots of stuff captured on the 4th floor. The other group, they must have went into the Monk's cafeteria because I don't see them anywhere, which means I don't have a camera in that area. If I had the roaming cam, you bet I would be able to take you right down into room to room, and plus I have audio hooked up. But it's not my investigation, so I'm not going to be running, especially the fact that I have it hardwired. I'm not going to be running, 400 feet of cable throughout the building for everybody to trip over. But I was kind of thinking maybe tomorrow night I'll do a live stream and do some investigating. If not, Monday night, I'll come in here, maybe set up the contest that I suggested about coming up with a t-shirt design for Mayhem. And then then maybe I'll hang out and do a little bit of investigating. You guys can send me to the basement. You can send me up the 4th floor, wherever, and whatever. So we'll either do that tomorrow or on Monday. I don't want to commit to anything right now because it's going to depend on how I feel. And I had the last 2 days been kind of rough on me. But I will, I'm okay. But I have to see how my legs feel tomorrow, as to what I can do for Saturday. I may give it an extra day of rest because I've been in here out of the last 6 days. I've been in here for 4 days, and this is actually my 5th day. So I'm ready to kind of take a break. Let's see. Okay, the frame rate dropped significantly back when we lost sound. I'm looking at my notifications here, and that's why I lost sound. Probably a drop in the internet. Let me get a battery in this light here behind me. Or, yeah. There we go. There we go. Now you get the full effect. All right. Let's go to the first floor real quick. Nobody on the first floor anywhere. Wow. Cool. All right. So again, as I told everybody, starting Monday, we'll probably have a little contest for my t-shirt design, and the winner will get, let's see, I got her over here on the table somewhere, I believe. Shelf, maybe? I don't know, it's over here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So I've got the S box, brand new. Let me switch cameras because there's nothing going on that you guys can see right now anyways. So I've got a brand new S box, still in the box, never been used. In case you're wondering what that is, here's the one that I do have. And I hook it up to my Spirit Box portal along with the SB7. But this is the one that I have here. You turn it on and it acts like the... okay, now they're heading into the room with the chair here. So you see them coming in at the end of this hallway and gathering up space here. So you bring in the, or you turn on the S box, it works like a Spirit Box. So it goes, and you can go forward or backwards in either AM or FM stations. It scans the stations at whatever you set it at. You can set it at 100, 200, 300, 400, or 500 milliseconds. And that's how fast it scans through frequency to frequency. So it's anywhere from 4 to up to 12 frequencies per second. And then you chat with the spirits. The cool thing about an S-Box over the SB7 is the S-Box will actually record the entire everything. If you push it to play or to record, then it's got a little SD card here. You can pop it out, throw it in your computer, and you can listen to the EVPs that you may capture. You can listen to whatever it said during the session. And it's a handy little device, about $120 if you want to buy one. But I'm going to be giving one away free to the person that draws or that provides me with some artwork for the 2023 10th annual Mayhem event here at the Holy Cross Abbey. And we'll all vote on the winning piece of artwork and stuff, and then I'll convert them and have t-shirts printed up for the Mayhem event. But the winner will get the SB7 or the Spirit Box as a grand prize for the winning drawing. And then the ones that whoever submits something, I don't want you to go away with nothing. So I'll get you one of my hats or a t-shirt or a coffee mug, whatever, and we'll have a runner-up prize for the people that do take the time to come up with an art design. So that'll be kind of fun. We'll run it for all next week, and then we'll choose the design, and then I have enough time to get it to a screen printer and get that printed up and stuff. So, sorry, I got sweet frosting all over my fingers from this cheese Danish that I have here, along with my hot cup of coffee. Living high tonight, right? All right, so okay, so let me get that up there to here, and then we'll get this up to there. Then we got the fourth floor cameras. So then let's put those 4 cameras up, because that's the only place that they're at right now. So we got these guys up on the 4th floor, and these guys down in the basement in the potato cellar. Right here is the room with the chair where you see them here, is right to the left side of the view we have here. And that's where they're currently at. So funny, if they're broke down into 3 different groups. Okay, that's only 2 groups, so yeah. So about 20 people per group. That's not too bad for them. One thing I do all summer long is I do run events throughout the year too, all summer long. And when I do my events, I limit the number of people that are allowed to come. So usually 10 people is about the max that you'll ever have to investigate. 10 people plus whoever I have on board to help. And everybody knows that Sean is just unspoken. Sean's my right arm, and he's always here for those events. We have Nicole. Sometimes we have JK47. Sometimes we have Alana and her daughter Destiny. So, but typically I don't have more than 2 or 3 of my Simply Ghost Network people to help assist with the public events that I put on. And then you get some exclusive stuff at my events that you don't get with anybody else and that is that I'll open up the gymnasium. Nobody ever gets to investigate at the gymnasium. And there's some pretty incredible stuff that happens over there, and tons of, you'll catch tons of both disembodied and EVPs of the little girl that hangs out over there on the 3rd floor. So that's always fun. And that's an exclusive. You won't get to do that. Also here in the monastery, when you're investigating at one of my events, I'll also open up the monks' rec room upstairs. Jazzy, you might be aware of that, but that's typically a place that it has a lock on it. I have the key, and it's locked up. We don't let most people up in there, but I open it up for my events, which just happened to be where the 2022 Frognado occurred, is up in the monks' rec room. So I'll let somebody else explain that story sometime, but I do have a t-shirt printed up in my merch. If you go to, do I have any mods on right now? Kat, are you still here? Can you throw up my merch channel, if you wouldn't mind? Or Axe Batch, if he's back. Somebody throw up my merch. I think it's exclamation point merch. I guess I could try it. Let's see here. Whoops. Let's try that and see. Yeah, okay. Hey, I did good on my own. So this is my store here. And you can grab some of my stuff. But the Frognado shirt is a limited printed thing. And that's it here. I survived the 2022 Frognado. Funny story there. But that was from last year's mayhem. But I got coffee mugs and hats and sweatshirts and stuff, if you're interested. Again, that's you see the link right here. And again, there's some of the designs that I need to go back in and change. That was some stuff that I put in there originally, and I really need to work with Kat one day. She's kind of the designer for this page, the pages, and knows how to especially do the merchandise page. And Batch is my tech. He's the guy that explains everything. And then yeah, and he does some of the graphic, the little emojis and stuff for me and whatnot. Right? So Batch, he's back. Look, I just found merch by myself. How's that for? I'm telling you, I'm growing leaps and bounds. Okay, I see the flashlight up on the 4th floor. What are they doing? Coming down the hallway or going up the hallway. I just saw a flashlight out in my hallway, but I don't see anybody in my hallway. But I could have swore I just saw it outside my door. Oh, there's nobody in this hallway, but I just saw what I thought somebody shined their flashlight on my door and then kept walking. Been a very active weekend. A lot of things going on in here, even for their guests. They've been capturing all kinds of things. Now, after midnight, a lot of people start going home, and it thins out considerably. And that's when these people really, the ones that stick around, it's worthwhile because that's when they actually start getting a lot of personal experiences and stuff. You can see all the dust in there. That's what that is. It's not that they're upsetting the spirits and all the ghosties are about to appear. That's just dust. Few of these people were quite interested. Yeah, it's kind of funny and it's humbling to me, somewhat almost embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I've never been one to want the spotlight, and everything I've done is kind of quiet. But people are recognizing me now because I've been on so many YouTube channels and so many interviews done with me and whatnot. They actually recognize me, and so they call me out by name. And even more embarrassing to me is some of these people want my autograph, and I'm thinking, what? Because somehow in their mind I become the celebrity, which is really hard for me to swallow because that's just not that's not me. But if you want an autograph, it'll only cost you $1. Next month they're going up to $10. No, I'm kidding. It is. It's just kind of funny to me. I just don't. I'm just me, and that's not why I'm doing this. Not for any kind of notoriety. Back in my younger years, even then, I was offered TV shows, and I could have went and done stuff, but I'm too independent, and I don't take orders very well. And to create a TV program week after week after week, the producer pretty much tells you what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and what you're going to do. And then you got to constantly go, 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 go. For a young person, that's fun. And yeah, it's all good. But not for me. And especially now. Now I'm too set in my ways. Let's see, maybe a stupid question, but what does the many people, why are there so many people? This is a Ghost Hunt USA event. So they do things 2 days for a weekend every month. Next month, I think it's the third set of weekends. And they sell tickets. They've got venues that they go to all over the United States. And so they rent the building, and then they get not only do they pay the rent, but there's an agreed upon, and I have no idea what that is. That's between the office and Ghost Hunt USA. But then they after they sell a certain amount of tickets, and there's an additional percentage that goes back to the monastery, which is a great deal because we need the money for restoration and keeping this complex operating and whatnot, because we're a nonprofit organization. So it's a great deal. They bring in a lot of money, obviously, but they cap their investigations with 100 people. Supposedly, I've seen more nights where they've had more than 100 here. And that's just way too many people to investigate, even a building this size. And then they also, I open up Ulithorn Hall and they can go over there, but it's pretty much a haunted house. Nobody really hangs out there. They go to see it, but nobody really investigates over there. They end up back over here anyways. Then they can go down to the cemetery. A little chilly tonight. I don't think there's going to be too many takers to do that, but they can go down to the cemetery as well, down by the other side of the sister's house. But they sell tickets. It's $150 if you want to come investigate with these guys, per ticket. And so yeah, that's where I get a lot of the business from for the monastery doing what I do. Is these serious people, amongst all these people, I can guarantee you there's a percentage that are YouTubers, and then they come here and they find out they're investigating with 100 people. They want to end up booking the monastery for their own private investigations. So for what it costs for 5 of them to buy a ticket to go to Ghost Hunt USA, they can rent the entire building from 6 o'clock till 6 o'clock from me and have the building to their team up to 10 people and come investigate the monastery all night long with just them. Now, also in April, I have a work group coming in with the Simply Ghost Network, and we're all setting up the rooms across the hallway. There's two big rooms. We're gonna set up the 2 rooms for. We'll put in 4 beds per room, so it'll accommodate 8 people. And of course, downstairs during the summertime, we have showers and bathrooms and whatnot. And then across the hall next to me here, I have a little area that I set up for groups to stage in that's got a refrigerator and a microwave. You can actually come in, rent the building for the weekend, and spend the night in the building for the entire weekend by yourself, if you and your team. So that'll be happening after April 1, and I'm already starting to book those dates. And then so that'll be a new exclusive that you can get through me that you can't get through anybody else. Now, even though I'm an independent, I everything I do here is volunteer. I don't get paid a nickel from the monastery, and we do take a small percentage that helps with the cameras and pays people like Sean who comes up to these investigations all the time. And it gives him some gas money. It's very small. The percentage I get is very small. The rest of the money, 100%, let's say 90% of it goes right back to the monastery for their ongoing stuff. So for me, yeah, this is all volunteer. I don't get paid. I've been doing this for in-house paranormal investigator for 9 years now. I've been here for 13 years investigating and whatnot. They're right outside in the hallway here now. I see them up there. Yeah, so my office is right here. They could probably hear me if I... Yeah, he hears it. He hears it. So I'm right here. So when they come up these stairs, they can hear me talking and whatnot, I'm sure. Um, but it sounds stressful, but I enjoy it. I mean, I stay here. I live here. I've got an RV parked out there, so I'm here 24/7 and live in the RV. They provide me with I actually pay rent to be here. It's very, very small, but knowing their situation, I'm just trying to raise them money so that they're around for another 100 years. And they provide me with electricity. I've got places to go shower even in the wintertime when the showers are shut off here because this building is not heated. And so it's very cold in this building. I do have heaters sitting next to me. They give me this room. They pretty much allow me to do whatever, but I'm also the nighttime guard. I keep an eye on the place at night. And I pretty much police the area, and they like having me here for the fact that my RV is pointed right at the front door about 100 yards away in back of the sister's house. So I can keep an eye on the sister's house. I can keep an eye on the building as well as the event center right from my RV. So that's security that they get that they don't have to pay for. And so really I've got a sweet deal here as well. I mean, it's a win-win for both of us, and I love it. I'm able to do where my passion is, and the ghost hunting. I mean, if I'm going to be stuck somewhere, then why not be at a paranormal paradise? And this is it. And so I've got the freedom. I've got keys to locks and doors that I'm one of very few. Nobody questions what I'm doing, where I'm going, what time I'm going to, whatever. I definitely stay in communication with the gal that runs the entire campus here. And we definitely sit down and I let her know what's going on, and we make sure that dates don't get crossed up because they still have weddings and they still do family reunions, and there's a lot of other stuff other than paranormal that takes place here during the summertime, car shows, and this year they actually have a LGB whatever gay and lesbian festival going to take place out in the commons grounds out there, so it's not limited to just anybody. It's open to everybody. And these are all, they pay a percentage or they pay a set fee to rent places or to have the field for the day or the monastery or a wedding or something like that. And then also the event center serves lunch to some college kids and Department of Corrections and whatnot that are just, across the way here. They're right here outside my door. And then the event center always also hosts things like the Lions Clubs and different organizations so that they have a place to meet every other week or whenever. And so there's a lot of stuff going on here besides just what I do. And it's great because I remember days rolling into this place and nobody was here. Nothing was happening. I could have investigated any one of the dorms and nobody was staying there. Now they're booked up pretty much all the time. Department of Corrections are here full time. Now they have a called Worldview College students that stay here and go to school all winter long, during a normal school season. And then right now they're on spring break and it's a regular college for them. It's a religious college. And they all stay at Headley Hall, and then they've got the classrooms over here that they rent to do their college studies and whatnot. And then again, every day, these kids need to be fed. So the event center over there, they serve them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 3 meals a day. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. As far as the stress, you had mentioned, how stressful it must be, and it's really not, because I love what I'm doing, and it keeps me busy, and pretty much I stay as busy as I want to be, and I can control that. I can control who comes in and how often, and basically I'm pretty busy every weekend. And not so much during the week, because there's not as many people that want to investigate during the week. But that's also when I get a lot of the bigger YouTuber channels in here. Last week I had the Paranormal Twins. They're up around um, a 500,000 subscribers. We had Paranormal Files up around 1 million subscribers. Then the week before that, I had Connor Biddle. I think he's probably the smallest one of them all, at just under 5,000, or yeah, right around 50,000. I'm sorry, subscribers. And then we had investigating with him, Paranormal Quest guys, which I love those guys. Out of all the teams that have been through here, I really, really, really respect the way that they did their investigation. But they're up around, I think, 125,000 subs. And then we had the Overnight Gang in here, coming in at about 4.5 million subscribers. And these people tend to book during the weekdays, because they're traveling all over the country all the time, that they don't have the weekends are kind of doing whatever they do, but they're more flexible. They'll fly in, and typically, and it seems like the last 4 people that have been in here, the big names again, they go to the Stanley first, and then they end up here. Well, they don't realize that the Stanley and us are about 6.5 hours apart, maybe even 7 hours. It's a long drive between here and Estes Park, and especially in the wintertime when you're dealing with snow, and then you've got to deal with the traffic through Boulder, traffic through Denver, traffic through Colorado Springs, just to get here. So then we had Lindsay Paranormal, we had James from the Fam, we had Chris Starr from the Discovery Channel, Chad Lindbergh from the Supernatural. These people have all been in the last 6 months or so. And that's not to mention the smaller local groups and stuff. We got Tiger Paranormal coming in here, JK47 Paranormal have been through here. Some of the names I don't even remember offhand, but I host a lot of their stuff, as well as my own. So yeah, I stay pretty busy here. But I don't consider it stressful, because I enjoy it. And it's, I get a kick out of it, because I'm helping the monastery hopefully to be around for another 100 years. You're right, and the spirits like me here too. They know I'm here, and I'm looking out in their interest, and trying to get the repairs done, and protect the building, make sure nobody comes. The people that come in here, I demand respect. If you're going to do a YouTube here, I demand that you respect it. We've shut down Zach Bagan and the Ghost Adventures twice. I've not allowed them into the building, because I'm not going to put up with the provoking. I'm not going to put up with somebody coming in here and trashing the monastery with a bunch of made up stories about whatever. I'm very protective, and that's a part where you will see a different side of Dennis. I'm pretty happy-go-lucky, but don't piss me off. I will stand my ground, and I've got a lot of authority here. That and more so, it's not necessarily in my eyes. It's not that I look at it as the authority, but the management respects me enough to know that I'm going to police that kind of stuff and I'm going to take care of it. And they don't question when I say, well, we really don't want them here. And they go with it. They say, you're the man. You take care of it. Tell them. We're not interested. And I've turned down a couple of other TV shows that have wanted to come in here. We did have a group that I brought in this past summer, this past summer, that they actually shot a movie here. They were here for a month and a half. They filmed every single day for a month and a half, and that's going to be a Netflix. It's called Where Angels Fear, and what it does is it's based on a true story about a monastery that was back east. It no longer stands. They bulldozed it down, and it's not even there anymore. But the producer of the movie actually went to school, and it's something that happened with him while he was going to school there. He had witnessed a murder of one of the students. And the whole premise of the movie is the three people that raped and murdered that other kid, he went to school with them. So it was a cat and mouse game of him not getting caught or them knowing that he saw the whole thing happen. And it's quite exciting. It's a cool storyline. And he said, that there were parts that were probably obviously a little more embellished, but for the most part, it was all based on a true and factual story. And it was fun working with them. They love me. They're going to give me credit in the movie, actually, because they'd say stuff like, well, we're going to do an infirmary scene where, we're taking in one of the boys after he'd been beat up, and we're going to film it like it was in a hospital room. You wouldn't happen to know where there's an IV stand or something like that. I'd think about it, I'd snap my fingers, and the haunted house had all kinds of stuff, including a room that was set up like a doctor's office. So I provided them with a whole doctor setup that they could film in. Well, we need lockers. You got any lockers? And over in the gymnasium. So we took apart lockers and brought them in here to make a set for their dorm room downstairs. And they'd say, well, we need this, we need that. And Dennis would find it for them. I had it everywhere. And so they appreciated that. It kept me running. I think that month that they were here, I lost 30 pounds running up and down these stairs and all over this campus and stuff. But again, it was fun for me. Kept me busy, and it was just fun being part of their movie crew. So I'll let you guys know when that movie comes out. That was definitely a lot of fun. All right, got my Danish here. It's just saying. I don't see where everybody went. I don't see them in the classroom either. Or the library. Let's go back down to the first floor. Nobody there. Yep, trouble is back. How come when you come back, Sean, then they ghost me? There they are. I see them up on the fourth now. They don't want to be seen by Sean. What they don't understand is Sean is a psychic medium, so he knows where they're at anyways. They can run, but they can't hide. I'm going to have some of my Danish here, and we'll just sit back and watch for a second. And you're right, Judith. That it's a shame. Some of these fantastic locations do fall in disrepair, and they end up just tearing them down, which is really sad because you lose that piece of history. So it's important to me. That's the thing. I have an investment here of myself, a lot of sweat equity, and yeah. So I just kind of explained why I'm in it, and I'll do that for as long as I can, or until gas comes down and I can get out of here and start traveling across the country again. I think I'll probably end up dying here. Doesn't look like gas is coming down anytime soon. But even when I die, I'm coming back here. They ain't getting rid of me that easy. I'm going to meet all those spirits and meet them face to face in the afterlife. So they're down in, maybe they did a little rotation there. Got a lot of people up on the 4th, and they're down in the basements. So I still don't know where Jennifer is doing her stuff at, because I haven't seen her on camera even passing through. But they are split into 3 groups. Love to have you out, Jazzy. I'd love to meet you, for sure. Yep, I'd like to sit down and hear your stories. What if he's beyond help, right? Sean knows me too well. You know, there comes that point where you just got to let him go. Yeah, some things just get broken, they can't be fixed anymore. Well, yeah, once they start free roaming, then it kind of gets fun, because these people they'll have free run of anywhere in the building. So they all kind of pick and choose wherever they want to go. And it's kind of funny, because then you'll start getting like a pair of people or a couple of people in a small group, and they might go up to the 4th floor or something like that, and they're the only ones in that area. And then something will happen, and we get to watch their reactions. And I've actually watched a father and son go running out of the potato cellar. I mean, literally running as fast as they could out of the potato cellar. And then I got to follow them as they went up the stairs and ended up back into the library area, right? We all the way home. For sure. Last night when I scared the gals out in the hallway, and they went running back downstairs. And funny thing was Misty was in the office with me at that time. We were watching the cameras. We saw them come up. And so I tapped on the table with the mouse here. They heard that. They checked it out again. I did it again. And then, oh, hell no. You could hear them outside in the hallway. They said, hell no. And they went running down the stairs. Later on, they came back with another couple of guys. And so I waited for them to get outside the door. And I opened up the door real quick and said, would you like to see what I'm doing? It scared them all. But they came in, we chatted for like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. And yeah, so it's fun. Show you a quick video while everything's just kind of hanging here. The potato cellar here, which is this room here. One way in and one way out. This stuff wasn't there. That's actually 3 coffins stacked on top of each other right there. They're just props for the haunted house. They aren't real coffins. This is not a real coffin. This was a prop. That is a real hospital bed that they used in the haunted house from years past. So this is just kind of storage for the haunted house. And they need to get it out of here. This stuff, anyways, for sure. This stuff I don't mind. At any rate, they also had a whole bunch of monks they made for one of their haunted houses a couple of years ago. So I took one of those monks and I set it right here where you see this area here. And then back here, you got to remember this is pitch dark down there. That's an IR light. There's no light down there whatsoever. It is pitch black. So there is a room right about here where the camera is. You can't see it because the camera is hanging against the wall where that camera is located, and shooting up as they come into the potato cellar here. So I stuck a blue black light. I stuck a black light bulb in that corner. So basically, when you're coming down this hallway and you come to this room, everybody starts looking at that blue light coming out of the room, and it distracts them well enough that they didn't notice that I put a monk dummy right here in this corner, right? Until they're already committed and in this room, then they turn around and see this thing standing behind them and they freak out, right? So it's great for a scare or two. So as I said, that crew that was in here making a movie about this past summer, they were filming, and then about the third weekend, the main actor got sick, so they couldn't film for that Friday and Saturday. And so all of a sudden they didn't have anything to do, and they said, well, let's do a ghost hunt. Okay, we'll do a ghost hunt. So I took them on a ghost hunt. They'd never been to this section of the basement. Even though they were filming in the basement, they were kind of focused in over where the, and I know Jazzy will know this, the old Indian Museum area. So they were filming over in that section, totally the other end of the, actually, if you could go right through this wall, you would end up through another hallway. And on the other side of that hallway would have been the Native American Museum. But that was like, you have to go out this, like I say, this is one way in, one way out. So you would have had to go out, around, and then back down the long corridor again. Long story short, they'd never been down here. So I'm leading them around, and we're doing a ghost hunt. And then I knew I was going to get them. So I hollered out to them. I got to the top over here. They were coming up that other corridor. And I said, hey, come over to the potato cellar. So I waited for the flashlights to get to the end of the potato cellar. By that time, I'm at the potato cellar door, and I said, all right, come over here, come over here. So then I start down this hallway, okay? It's pitch dark. I don't need a flashlight as long as somebody doesn't set something in that aisleway. There's just enough ambient light coming through. There's a window right here. Just enough ambient light. I can at least stay on track to make it a straight line down the cellar here. So I'm coming down into the cellar in the pitch dark, and then you see their flashlights up here shining around, and they're checking the place out. And I see their flashlights up there. I says, okay, come back here, come all the way back. So I've told you enough now. I'll show you that little clip. You guys will think this is hilarious. Hey guys, come down here to the potato cellar. Funny part is the coffin is plenty long enough, but not tall enough for my belly. So if you look in the film, my belly, the lid on the coffin's going up and down as I'm breathing, because it's right up against my belly. And of course, it's pitch dark. They couldn't see it anyways, but it was funny. All right, you'll see their light come and appear. Yeah. So now I know that they're at the all the way to the end. Come on. Turn this down a little bit. Now you can see that monk right there too. What you screaming about? Well, I got him pretty good. I got him pretty good. All right, it looks like they're moving. Well, no, they're still in the same spot there. Yep. All right, let's go to those 4 cameras because there's nothing else moving around. That night turned into a pretty crazy night. Mr. Sean Couché was with us that night. And we had a chair in the cafeteria. Chair got to weigh 25, 30 pounds. Got lifted and slammed down onto the floor. The people you just saw in the video, the 5 people in the, or 4 people, the 3 ladies and the fella there were with Sean. And they're just about ready to go into the monks' chapel area through the double doors from the cafeteria. I was in the hallway about halfway down into the potato cellar when that chair got slammed down. And they thought it was me. I thought it was them. And later on, we discovered it was neither one of us. To this day, we can't explain how that chair got slammed down because it was like I said, 25, 30-pound chair. And there was something with a lot of energy to make that thing do what it did. And again, it's another unsolved mystery here. We hadn't had it happen since, but we can't explain how it happened that day. Yeah, it had to be lifted, but you guys could obviously see because it was like 15 feet inside the doorway. There's no way I could have slammed that chair down and got out of that room fast enough for them not to see me because they were right there. And I was like I say, I was halfway down the potato cellar anyways. They were probably another 30 feet away from that chair down at the end. So, all right, Jazzy, good to see you again. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Enjoy your knowledge here. For those of you who don't know, Jazzy J actually went to school here in 81 through 1983 and was an altar boy here. So it's always fun to have him in describing some of his experiences as well. Have a good night, buddy, and we'll see you in the next one, huh? All right, so it looks like everybody's breaking up now. Actually, I have a walkie-talkie. If I turn it on, I could hear them communicating with each other, but I see everything that's happening anyway, so. It looks like they're splitting off now. Now, I believe that after this, now they will go down, take a break, go pee, go do whatever they need to do, and then I think they may or may not take them over to Oolathorn. In which case they'll probably come grab me because they'll want me to go in there first and clear the building. So I'll have to go in by myself and make sure there's nobody in there. And then once I do that, then they'll take people in there. But they may or may not do that. And if they don't, then it's going to be free roaming. These guys can start doing whatever they want, wherever they want, with whoever they want to be with. So, exciting times. That's where there'll be like ants crawling everywhere. They'll be all over this building. Now, it's kind of funny. Since I told them that I had motion lights down at the end of the hallway here, and that I moved the camera down to the floor to try and catch the crawler. Interestingly enough, they've not done anything down there tonight in this section. I haven't seen anybody even in this hallway all night long. Coincidence? I think not. Hey, Sir X, you step out for a while too. I'm sure Sean went and played some darts or something. Nah, he's an old man. He took a nap, then he came back. Sir X probably went down and had a beer with Kevin. I'm speculating. What I'm wondering is what is creating that, like something keeps flashing up in here. And it could be because this is kind of twinkling too, so it could be just the IR lights fluttering. Okay, these guys are coming down now. They're outside my door. If I slam something down, they'll hear me. See where Misty is. She needs to get off that foot. She's really hobbling. They don't have good hearing. Yeah, you heard that. What was that? What? There's Misty. Miss Hopalong. Yep, she's going slow and easy down them stairs. I know her foot's really hurting her. She had major surgery about a month ago, and she's not the kind that'll sit still. I mean, you should have seen, she had broke her ankle, and I had kind of the same thing that she did, oddly enough. I broke my ankle in 3 places, so I had a bunch of pins and stuff, but nothing like they took out of her. Oh my God, she had hardware. And it's amazing to me that she's even getting around, because they actually had to re-break her foot and then put the pin back in. One pin, but they took a bunch out as a consequence because they weren't needed any longer. And here she is going floor to floor, up and down stairs, and she did the second 10 days after surgery. She was hosting an event for Ghost Hunt USA down at the prison by herself. Their crowds aren't as big down there, but that's not the point. The fact was she had to be with these people all night long for the entire weekend on that foot. I would have said, you're going to have to do something without me. Get one of the other girls in, because I would have never done it. But she does. Okay, looks like they're all back in the library again. cool, so we'll see him going up and down the hallway because nature is calling. Actually, it's pretty quiet. I don't see a whole lot of people down there. See them going out for, oh, they're going out for smokes. They got that back door open. But really, I don't see anybody running to the bathroom. There's somebody. Huh? There's somebody. Well, that's the same person, just a different camera. So you see them come around the corner here and start heading in here, right? Moving with a purpose there. Now they turned around and came back. Oh, two more down. So they'll come through these double doors. As far as heat in this building, guys, the only part that's heated is this section right here between this double door and this double door where the bathrooms are. That's the only part of the entire building that has heat, and that's because these are the administration offices, and they run year round, so they've got heat, and then of course the ladies' room has water and whatnot, obviously for the toilets and stuff. And then down here in this hallway, as we get down in this camera here, the men's room is right here, and they do have a water on in there and a little bit of heat. What you got there, Sir X? A Facebook photo. I'm afraid to open this thing up while I'm streaming. Oh, you had ankle surgery too, huh? Wow. Yeah, I've got long Frankenstein scars going both sides of my right ankle where they put it all back together. Got a story about that too. I'll share that one someday. 8 of us joined the Navy from a little town. That's gonna be the hook. I'm not gonna tell you any more than that. You'll just have to ask about when we joined the Navy. Yeah, I had a full leg cast after I had then I had a walking cast, but yeah, about 9 months. Yeah, about the same. Pins and screws and all right, let's see what they're doing. What are they doing? Back in these cameras. Tell you what, guys, I've been dogging it these last few days. I've really been all I can do to function. I've been so tired and just not up to snuff. Actually, it's been a couple of weeks now. I'm falling apart. Maybe time to go to the mechanics and see if they can't give me a tune-up there. The hell am I doing? I'm looking for that there. Kind of had a little brain fart there. You're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. No shit. Ooh, man. This coffee that I got from them down there was the bottom of the pot. You know, one of them great big 30 cup pots. Some pretty stout stuff, I'm telling you what. It was pretty stout. Groot level fart. What? That's what we call a frognado. Yeah. Yep. Them frognados was terrible thing. Terrible, terrible thing. But we had survivors. We had some survivors. And they were awarded t-shirts for, yes. Bet I know who this is. Come on in.
Are we streaming?
How what?
Are you streaming?
Yeah, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Here, this is Jen. Just a second. There you are.
Hi.
So how's things going down there? Be careful what you say.
It's going good.
Good. Anybody
Yeah.
having experiences?
Some more than others, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need you to look at something when you have a chance.
I can do it right now.
Okay.
Where do you need me?
I need to know if that last group, where those came from.
Which group?
The last ones I had in the chair room.
It looks like obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where'd you find it?
So we're not sure if somebody threw it in the dark or if we're not sure where it came from. We found them on the floor. And it sounded like rocks dropping.
Just now?
Yeah.
Where at? What room?
Chair.
The chair room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Here. All right. Let's and I'll clip this for you guys. I can't share it with you, so I'll have to clip it. Chair room. Let's go. Search. Event search. Chair room is camera 2. We're after midnight, so the date's correct. Should be play. And then it's on the date before. Hang on just a second. Search. And we'll go back one day. Because I'm waiting for the time change again. I figure when I change all my clocks, it's going to get back to it sooner.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm lazy. All right, play.
Yeah.
And let's see. What's that? Somebody left something
It's
there.
a teddy bear.
Teddy bear?
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed that right away. All of a sudden it jumped into camera there. All right. This
So-
group?
Nope. That was my first group.
Okay, then it is the next day. Search. 12. Play. There you are.
This group.
Here,
Yeah. So before him, before he sat in the chair.
before that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's watch from here. So they're all going to come in.
Okay. And also, sometimes you get people that'll stand right in front of the camera,
Yeah.
and you might just ask them to move because, again, this is an instance where we're trying to find something, and if they're standing in front of it, I can't see. So we'll see. So whereabouts was it?
It's actually right underneath your camera. And we found it here.
Was that when she was looking in the corner over some? No. Okay.
So so they're talking, but it's been alleged that they might have thrown the rocks.
Do you think they did? All right. Well, let's watch these guys specifically then, and then you tell me when it happens. And then I will mark this time, and then we'll clip it. And we will clip it. So yeah, they guys you can't see, but big chunks of obsidian. And I imagine this is a piece that broke off of here, possibly. But let's see where it came from, if we can. And by the way, don't drink the bottom of the pot.
Sorry.
Woo, I'm awake now.
You're welcome. I'm here all night.
You warned me though. You said
I
it
did.
was time to make another pot. But my Danish didn't seem to mind a bit because I did have some Danish. I'm
Was it
saving
good?
my pies for tomorrow.
Oh.
I had that Danish and I need to get it done from last night. You want me to fast forward a little? Or are we
No, I
close?
think-
Or
So yeah, I think we're.
let's have cobwebs there on the camera. Something's waving around in there. Look at that.
Yeah, is it a cobweb?
Well,
Probably.
it doesn't really act like a cobweb.
Kind of almost looks like.
It
A
might be
circle.
kind of a circle right there, cobweb that maybe got tucked back on itself. Okay, we're at 1:17:32. Yeah, see, people don't realize it's pitch dark in there. My viewers, as they're watching this stuff, they don't realize that that's pitch dark in there. And so these guys think they can get away with stuff because
Right.
nobody can see them, but we can see them.
Just want to make sure nobody's falsifying any evidence.
Well, yeah, and if so, you know what I would do? I'd ask those people to leave. We've done that before too. If you're gonna be ruining everybody else's experience, then you don't need to be here because then you have to throw everything away. And that's why I sit up here and I try not to make noise when I know you're in the area and
Mhm.
stuff, because I don't want to contaminate anybody's evidence. Unless we go over Ulador, then I'll
Ulador.
screw with you.
No.
Follow me.
No.
Okay. Currently checking out the camera down in the chair room, guys, and I'll save this clip once we get to it. If we
So
can.
she's messing with her pocket, but I think she's trying to like hide her phone from lighting up, maybe.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He looks really nervous all of a sudden. Why do you suspect these guys? Because you're right there, right?
Yeah, that.
So
Somebody alleged.
they thought they heard or saw or
Yeah, kind of.
okay. That's pretty ballsy. I mean, they're standing right beside you, and it came all the way over here.
Yeah.
Oh, right there,
What?
right there. I think she dropped it. Wait a second. Let's see.
She would have had to throw it, right?
Back. Right there. No, okay. She got a flat. Nope, that's her. She threw it down. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yep, we caught her.
Do it.
Right there. Now watch.
Watching. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
that's her.
Who is that?
We caught her. All right, that's at 1941. 1941. 41.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you a.
I see her. I know who it is. All right.
You want me to come down?
Not you. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, guys, we just caught somebody on camera throwing some stuff in what they thought was the dark. So I'll get this clip for you guys and you can see. Again, they thought they were in pitch dark. They didn't realize that the IR camera can see everything you're doing. And we just caught her pitching that. She pulls it out of her pocket and then she waits and then tosses it. And we caught her. And we caught her. All right. All right, so that's, I'm going to clip this. Put it on this hard drive. I think I got right here and plug it in. Ugh. Ooh, I can't see in the dark over here. I need to grab my flashlight. Get this thing plugged in over there. There we go. Let me see if I can. So let's see. She starts at pause. She's hanging there. Then it's got to be around 20. Anytime now she pulls it out of her pocket. Okay, she's digging around. 30. 31. 32. Come on, this is taking an eternity. 34, 35, 36. She's got it in her hand now. So at 30, and then she tosses it at 40. So that should catch the whole thing. All right, pause. So if I go 29 or 19, 119, 20. Let's go 10. What the hell? 1910 to 11942. It gives it a couple of seconds before and a couple of seconds after. Hey, Wanty, how are you, buddy? I'm doing a clip. Somebody just tried to pull some shenanigans with the ghost hunt guys. We caught them on my camera here, faking evidence. So I'm gonna make this clip real quick and so now I want to get out of this, close that, go back to search, return, and then we're going to do return. Then I want to go to my main menu. You know, I wasn't. Remember, Sean, we had those people at the, I guess you weren't with that, but Rich has got a scene where he caught some people faking, throwing stuff at the old melodrama, the Cliff House melodrama place that we were doing an investigation there in Manitou Springs. All right, we're going to record system management date. Main menu. Event record. Cancel. Back up. Go. Go camera 2, the chair room, and we're going to go with 2023 3/12. 9, 10, 11, 12. From 1910, camera 2. $19.10. Actually, it's $119. 119. 1910. 2, 12, 119. 42. 1942. Okay. Shouldn't take but a second. Check capacity, AVI, check, go. And back it up, boys. All right, it's backing it up. I should have it for you guys to look at here in a second. And do not remove, backup complete. Say okay. Let's check her. See what we got. All right. Plug it in here. All right, there it is. You heard it, guys. You heard it here first. I don't want that. I don't want that. All right, let me find that on my computer. USB flash drive. Today is. There you go. We're watching this gal right here, guys. Hang on just a second. Let me pause it. Get you guys into the picture here. We definitely got it here. So let me switch. All right, what we're going to watch is this gal right here, where this guy looks like might be a woman or somebody. I don't know. Can't really tell. Anyways, so watch. They'll put their hand up here, and this is the rock that they throw. So watch what happens here. So you watch right here. They'll put their hand up, and then they'll kind of hold it for a second, and then you'll see it pitched. You wonder why I got cameras. There, got it in their hand. Now watch. There it goes. Again. Right about here. And there it goes. Again. Got it in their hand, and there it goes. And as I said, guys, what you got to remember is it's pitch dark in there. Totally pitch dark. They can hold their hand in front of their face. They can't see because it's that dark. So nobody could see them doing that. Yeah, they pitched that, and the rock matches and everything. We know. So typically, what I would do if I caught you doing that at my event, I would throw you out because you just contaminated every piece of evidence that anybody else captured that night while they were in your presence because they don't know if it was you screwing with them or not. And so she just ruined everybody's investigation in this room and anybody that's investigated with her all night. Now they've been as a group all night long. So you know that everything up to this point it has to be questioned from here on. So I'm going to leave this up here. I'm going to go ahead and close that down. I'm going to go down to, wait, they're coming in the door right now. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Open the door. It wasn't them. Okay, I'm going to go catch the girls real quick. You guys kind of keep an eye on things. Cool. I'm glad we got it, guys. And actually, before I pull that off, I'm going to put it on my computer here for everybody else to see from here on out. I'll put it right on my computer. All right, cool. So it is on my computer now, everything. All right, I'm going to run downstairs real quick. Looks like they're coming right back by.
turn the flashlight on the first time, the second time.
Do what?
I was telling her when we did it, look for
Okay.
it the first time.
Here.
We're gonna have to walk.
Right here.
Yeah, watch her right hand.
There's no question. This is it.
I'm standing fucking right next to her, Jessica.
But it's pitch dark. They don't know.
Right?
No, right there. She's got it in her hand.
Yeah. She's thinking about it.
She
There it
does
goes.
Yeah.
Unquestionable.
She does it
Yeah.
twice. He has the first
Okay.
one.
Unquestionable. So
All right.
there's your proof. That's
Yeah.
that's what you tell GHS at the office. I'll give you a clip of this, or
Mhm.
put it somewhere where you guys can access it. And
We just have to go find her.
Yeah.
Dennis, let's grab a flashlight.
I made the executive decision for you
Oh,
No,
well,
we
no,
were
we
doing
were
it.
gonna
We were
do
doing
it.
it.
Yeah.
that
My only concern.
they need to go. And if they rode with somebody else, then their group has to go.
We're getting rid of her. We just didn't. We wanted to clear out the library before we made a scene.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Okay.
feel
And I
like
will-
she's gonna be.
Good
wanting to
idea.
do
You
that.
don't. You
And I
know.
have everybody. I know what group it is. I'm gonna tell all of them that they have to discount everything that happened in the basement.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Let me get this back up here real quick, and then I'm with you. All right, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, people, how are you? I'm back. Cool. All right, so those people are no longer in the building. It was a husband and wife team. So unfortunate. The sad part for me is all those people who gathered all that, what they thought they were getting evidence, now has to throw everything out. That's wrong. That's so wrong. Anyways, I'm making a fresh pot of coffee. So now you see the people just all over the place. And that's what I said. They'd be like ants on an anthill. Stuff moving around all over the building. So now, as we were talking, I need to go back and check the cameras where, no, she didn't, she knew right away. I said, I'm gonna have to ask you both to leave. And I said, you know why? And she just shook her head yes. And I said, all right, well, he asked if he could use the restroom. He did. She went on out to the car. We said goodnight. I said, drive safe, be safe. And they left because they knew they'd been caught. Unfortunate again for everybody. For them, you know, they didn't get to finish their investigation. For the others that investigated with her, they have to throw everything out. So sad. But life goes on. They're out of here now, so the rest of them can have a decent investigation. All right. So I told them I was going to put this on Google Drive. I'll do that real quick. Set them up a page while you guys continue to watch. Google Drive here real quick like. People right outside my door. Sometimes they come in, sometimes they don't. Google Drive. Create a folder, we'll call it GHU. Okay. Drop this into that folder real quick. Create. Open that folder. Drop her in there. Loading. Less than a minute left. Let's rename that to Just Throw Stone. Okay, there we go. Now I'll share that. Drive. Didn't mean to do that. Google Drive. Okay, let's send this to Misty. Facebook here real quick. Misty. Misty. Paste. Okay, let's find Jennifer. Hmm. Um, Kristen. We got people in the potato cellar. We got people in the chair room. Nobody's gone down the basement hallway, which lately has been the most active place in the entire building. They're close, but not. Okay. All right. I'm not finding Jennifer. Here, let's go back to the friends here, to Misty's and see her friends and friends. There we go. Okay, there's Jessica. And Jennifer. I wonder why Jennifer didn't come up. At any rate, she's up now, so let's get that. Go back to Misty's page, find. Jessica. What was I thinking her name was Christy? It's Jessica. Okay. Okay, so everybody has it sent to them. Now they have it to show their headquarters. This is a very unique looking piece, though. It's obsidian, but it's got red streaks through it and stuff. Look at that in the daytime more. Kind of pretty, actually. All right, guys. So let's see what. Let me see what's going on. Saw the light in the chapel. Clipped it so I could watch. Okay. Cool. I'll check it out. Many people that are roaming around. It's probably somebody in the hallway. I'll bet you. Chapel. Well, there's people in there. I see the light you're talking about. That's somebody right in that doorway at the foyer, Chris, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, somebody is outside in the foyer there. Sean messed me up because I'm on my phone and was watching. Oh, okay. What do you can see that on your phone? Oh my God. You may be deaf, but you can see like an eagle. You can see stuff close up. I can't. I can see stuff far away. All right, cool. Let me go tell the girls, grab a cup of coffee, tell the girls that I've got that sent out to them, and I'll be right back. Keep an eye on people. Make sure they're not throwing things. You found the room is what you found. You can come in if you want. Check out what I'm doing. So this is, this is my command center. You can close that door so my heat don't escape. But we're live streaming right now. If you don't want your face to be seen, cover it up.
Live streaming.
Yeah, we're on Twitch. You ever heard of that?
No, I've never.
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of people watching right now.
What are they saying?
But yeah, you can see here I've got, well, that isn't even all of them. And I've got the downstairs cameras here and all these cameras here. And of course I can zoom in anywhere that anybody's at. But I do paranormal investigations in here like 2 or 3 times a week, and I'm by myself. And I'll take my roaming cam there, and like you guys in my stream can tell me where to go, what kind of equipment I should take with me. And I go down there and do EVP sessions or spirit box sessions or whatever. And yeah.
Do you ever catch anything on these?
Oh yeah.
There's like dust or something flying from the cameras.
Yeah, that's what exactly what it is. And like when you guys are in here, like when you guys were down in the room with the chair, you could see that dust flying everywhere. And of course, when you're moving around, it just gets heavier and heavier. And so that's what a lot of people will send you pictures and say, we got an oil, we got, you got dust.
Just dust.
You got dust. You got a lot of dust.
They don't see all the ceilings and stuff that are falling apart.
Yeah.
Paint.
What I'm surprised is nobody's been down here. You guys been down here?
What is
This
that?
long hallway?
Oh, where's that at?
Because this is that hallway, basically you come this way and you go into the potato cellar on the other side.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
walk
we did go
there.
down there.
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
up the
because
ramp.
this has actually been one of the craziest places in the last 3 weeks. I did have the camera up on the floor, the ceiling here. I moved it down to the
feel
floor.
Anything down there.
You
It
know?
was just we were more trying to figure out how it was. It was like a town or configured so strangely. I don't know how to explain it. Like the hallway, it's like different rooms.
You guys watch YouTube a lot, or any
Yeah.
other YouTubers? Okay. So, like, I had the Paranormal Files in last week, along with the Paranormal Twins, if you know who they are. The week before that, I had Paranormal Quest and Paranormal Encounters. But this door opens by itself. It's impossible. Go try it next time you're down there. Try to open that door. First off, it's kind of frozen in there because you really got to slam that thing in there and wedge that door in to get it to shut, right? So then, once it's closed, then for it to open, as soon as it opens up, it drops to the floor and then starts dragging across the floor. So it can't open by itself. Yeah, and then here you see we had the dryer sheet taped to
Someone's
the door.
waiting
That
to
way I can, because it's vented, you don't get that vacuum effect that you would like when you go get the pizza at the front door, you open up the door and your bedroom door comes open or closed because of the vacuum, right? So that's impossible because that's vented. So we got a dryer sheet hanging on there so we can see which way the air is blowing or not. And so this door is open twice by itself. Not only that, we've captured the crawler across down at the end of the hall here, and that's why I have the camera on the floor. I'm trying to catch him again.
Did that door open tonight?
No,
No.
but I'll show you the clip that got everything going.
I felt more presence on the 4th floor.
See, I felt it more in the basement.
So this is actually in the daytime. So this is that hallway during the daytime. Both viewers see what's going on.
What's the door?
So you see that open all wide open, and it's dragging across the floor the entire time, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes straight downstairs. So the other night when Paranormal Files and the Haunted Paranormal Twins were in here, then I took this video. And I also have this goes down into the boiler room. You'll see here in a second. It goes down to the boiler room. Okay, they're going to come back out this door now. You see them. There we go. So let me pause it here. Okay, so they're down in the boiler room right here, right? And this is just where that doorway goes downstairs. So you'll see them as they come up. They have to go up the stairs, and you'll see them coming out. And then you could see how much force he has to use to get that door to open. Okay, they're going to come back out this door now. You'll see them. See, that's how bad. That's how bad it
It's
sticks.
straight down.
So it's impossible for that door to swing open like you guys saw in the video. And if somebody was on the other side pushing on that door, their forward momentum, there's no way they could hide their hands.
Yeah.
So again, we don't know how. We don't have any explanation as to how that happened. So yeah, we catch stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We catch stuff.
That's cool.
Okay, they're going to come back out this door now. You'll see them.
Yeah, they have almost like kick it open.
Yeah.
Is there any reports of like people getting scratched down in the basement?
Yep. In that room there, the boiler room.
He got
twice.
scratched.
On the back of my leg.
When tonight here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Standing
they're going
by
to come
the
back
chair.
out this door now. You'll see in the chair room.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can go back and I can catch it on this camera. I could, when you guys were down there, this records everything
We were
here.
in the first group down there.
In the first wave, or
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay. It'll take me a while, but I could check it out. And
And the cat toy went off in front of him a couple times.
Twice in the basement. It's
Wow.
probably your shirt.
yeah, that's pretty.
I mean, it's a band,
Yeah,
but they
but-
don't
Yeah,
know that.
bad
Yeah.
religion. Cool. So you play in the band, or you just
Oh no, that's
Um,
it's a punk band from
I
the
played in a
80s.
punk band a long time ago,
really?
like a lifetime ago.
You don't look like a punker to me, but I don't look like an old long hair freak, and I was. Yeah. So yeah, they called me Little Willie. I had long hair.
Oh yeah. I used to have real long hair.
Yeah.
Now I shave. Well, for now, I'm gonna grow it back.
Cool. So that's yeah.
Alrighty.
Anyways,
Thank you for
we
showing
capture stuff, and it's fun. I'm here all the time. So
And what is it that this is called?
this is twitch.com/what's
Twitch.com.
up Gramps. They call me
What's
Ghost
up,
Grams.
Gramps?
Okay.
I'm one of the parageezers.
Parakeeters.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in because Liam has it. Well, I set up a Twitter.
Yeah,
account.
it doesn't cost anything to sign up. All they ask for is you make up a username and your password, and you're in. That's all they ask for. So if you
What's
want to
up,
get
Gramps?
notified when I'm streaming and whatnot, then you put in your email and it'll
Mhm.
notify you whenever I start streaming. So, and you can see here I've got, well, I'm not on that channel. I'm not on my channel, but if I was, you'd see I've got I think like 180 videos sitting there. And they took a bunch down because if you don't highlight them, then
Yeah.
they take them
Mhm.
down after a certain period of time. Obviously, it takes bandwidth
Right.
to store all this stuff, so it's up to you to take care of that stuff.
So then
But this is how I saw you guys.
Where were we?
I watched you earlier going through the hallway here, and then of course I had to go downstairs, and then that's when we met again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've got, like
she's
I say,
dancing up there.
pretty much I know where you're going to be. Have you been down here to the slaughter room?
We were when we first came down. Somebody's down there with a grid, I think.
A laser grid? Yeah, we saw them in the chair room here just a little bit ago.
That's where you were sitting, right?
I'm gonna do that and then check out that door. But you want to go up to the first floor first.
Yeah, I do.
let's do that. you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
This
That's
was
it.
neat.
Yeah, it's a fun place to hang out.
Is he trying to move the chair? He was trying to see
Yeah.
the chair move.
Yeah, were you with the last group that was in there?
Mm-mm.
No, we were
Okay.
the first ones.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had, well, that particular group is going to have to throw all their evidence out for the night because there was somebody manipulating stuff that I finally caught them on camera and we threw them out.
Oh,
And that's so wrong.
The third group was the annoying little girl.
The
that
giggly
yeah,
girl,
that
yeah.
wouldn't shut up. But I was like, thank God I'm not in her group.
Right? Yeah, well, we 100% caught them manipulating stuff. Because in that room, you know, now you see when you're down there, it's pitch dark. You
Yeah.
put your
Yeah.
your finger right up to your nose and you don't see it, but you can see how well I can see. I can
Mhm.
see everything that's going on, and I saw her do what she do what
That's
she
not
did.
fair.
And so we caught them when they
Yeah.
came upstairs and asked them to leave because it pisses me off. You guys pay big bucks
we do.
to come in
Yes.
here and investigate. To have some, it's tough enough when there's so many of you,
Mhm.
Right.
but it's even worse when you got somebody that is throwing things or
Yeah.
making noises or
There's always
making
those
things
people.
happen that aren't
Yeah.
real.
Mhm.
And so when you have somebody like that, unfortunately, the entire time that you're with that person, you have to
Everything's
question everything that you caught
Mhm.
because you don't know if it was real and that pisses me off because you know you spent your hard-earned money to do this. So anyways, they're not in the building, so they're gone.
Who's not there?
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to talk to Tilton.
And again, please, it's not a reflection. See, I'm not with Ghost Hunt USA.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
Like,
with the whole
I'm
Holy
glad
Cross
you threw
Staffing
them
Group.
out.
Yeah.
Ghost Hunt USA, it's not a reflection to them whatsoever. They're the ladies down there. I love them to death.
Yeah.
I would take a bullet for any one of them ladies down
Yeah.
there. We've become very good friends over the years, and they run a quality investigation, and especially with as big as their groups are.
Mhm.
My groups, I don't allow more than 10 people when I'm doing events and stuff. And by the way, if you have a team together, or if you ever want to come back, I'll give you one of my cards here.
Oh, absolutely.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a holler because for what you would pay for 5 tickets here, you can rent the entire building, you and 10 friends, and have the entire building to yourself
Oh my God, we should totally do that with your work.
from
buddies.
6 to 6.
From 6 to 6.
That would
Yeah,
be
I can do
awesome.
that with my work buddies.
This is my main, YouTube channel,
Thank you.
the Wee Boondock.
Thank you.
And all my socials are there, social media channels and stuff. Plus, I got Simply Ghost here. I'll give you that card too. SimplyGhost.com, which is that definitely has all my
Okay.
social medias on it, including my Twitch channel too. So all you got to do is go to the SimplyGhost.com and you'll see. Just click on my socials.
Yeah, I'll talk to.
Here's something else that I'm gonna do, those 2 empty rooms across the hall from me here, and you saw that I kind of have a staging room next to us, and that's where you guys could set up your equipment and I'll put heat in that room, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm putting in 4 beds in one room, 4 beds in the other, and fixing it up, and you'll be able to, if you book the entire weekend, you can stay in the
Stay.
building and have the entire building to yourself. Spend the night in here.
Oh, gosh.
I have a little fridge and microwave that you guys can use. And then there's showers and bathrooms during the summertime downstairs.
Okay.
Right now the water's shut off because the building's
Yeah.
not heated, obviously. But that's a consideration. Get a few people that are interested in coming. Give me a holler and I'll set you up.
Especially my deputies.
If you don't want to stay here, then we can get you rooms over at Headley Hall as well. So,
Across the way here?
yeah, that's the old, no, that's Oolathorn.
Yeah.
The newer one's off over the other, across the
It's the one we
sports
drove by.
field.
Oh, those?
Yeah. And there's, I think they got There's, I believe, 60 rooms over there.
So
So,
I
yeah.
work in the jail, so all my deputies would want time off.
You work in the jail?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Denver County. Yeah.
Where at?
Denver County.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, oh, shit.
Yeah, 15 years. And all my guys would want to do it.
I bet
This is
you
the
got some
first time I've
stories.
been
Oh, yeah.
to this.
Oh, we have some videos too.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Ourselves.
There's one guy that works here for the Department of Corrections. He was the one that actually, did you know that they tell you the story about Abigail where it had the raggedy end all up in the chair?
Yeah.
Where they caught her shadow figure up there. I'll show you the picture. And the guy that's in the picture is the one, he works for Department of Corrections. And he showed me some video and some stuff over here at the penitentiary that they caught on the video. And he says, if you ever tell anybody or ever show anybody, I'll deny we even ever met. Because obviously you're not supposed to let that kind of stuff. But you see one of the inmates actually physically, they're sleeping and all of a sudden you see them levitate inside the cell.
Yeah.
And they never wake up, but they get up about 3 feet off their bed and then they come back down again. I'm thinking, how the hell? Because in a prison, you know it wasn't manipulated.
No.
How the hell did that happen? But anyways, here's the picture.
Yeah, the creepiest thing I've ever had was the one guy that kept talking in 3 different voices but interrupting himself in his cell by himself.
Yeah, that's weird.
The what?
He would speak in 3 different voices coming from his cell, but he would talk on top of himself. So it was almost 2 voices at the same time.
Oh, wow. So this is a picture of Abigail that was caught.
Oh. Yeah, there's no making
Yeah.
that one up.
Yeah, see this room is right up here in this corner. So the sunlight, this faces east. It's about 10:30 in the morning. You can see the sunlight coming in through the windows this way here. Then he's got this overhead light, so it's naturally causing the shadow against this wall here. Even if somebody was standing there,
There should be a shadow.
there's no way that shadow could be cast against that wall. Absolutely no way. So if you go up in that room is still exactly, this was like 4 years ago. The room is still, nobody's painted it. In fact, there's more tile tore up around this area now than there was in this photograph. But there's absolutely nothing, no stains or anything on that wall. It's so another unexplained. He was the one that dubbed her Abigail, just because Abby Gail. It's easy to remember, so we all call her Abigail. Could have been Susie, it could have been Sally. We don't know.
Yeah.
But we stick with Abigail, and then everybody knows who we're talking about. But the 4th floor has got lots of children, and they'll interact with you too. A lot of people come here, and they'll go straight up to the 4th floor and never investigate anywhere else.
She just wants to keep going up there. Like
I'm pulled up there.
Well, then go.
Yeah.
They may be wanting to connect with you.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
we have 3 kids.
Make sure you got a
Probably,
recorder, because it's amazing what you'll capture on your recorder.
You have the voice. I have a recorder on my phone.
Yeah, even phones work great
Yeah.
nowadays. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
really need, because it's
Digital.
so sensitive.
That's how we record all our,
Yeah.
body cam.
And the S box is pretty good too. So.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got that, and I've got the EVP.
we've had
on my
a
phone.
few answers on there
Yeah.
telling us, asking if it was okay if we did something, and they would say yes or no, or don't go there.
Let me close that out. So, hey Dennis, what do you guys need? Sir X. Sean's going to bed. Cool. Thanks for stopping in, Sean. Sean is my psychic sidekick. He's a psychic medium. If you ever watched Portals to Hell with Jack Osborne, he's a psychic medium for Jack Osborne. So he's my right hand guy. So,
Thank you so much for having us. This was very
yeah.
interesting.
So
That chair's calling me.
The chair.
Okay, can we go fourth floor
Yeah.
first?
Yep.
and then-
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Hey,
All right.
Thank
nice
you
meeting
so
you.
much.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Dennis.
much.
Laura.
Kyle.
What is it?
Laura.
Laura?
Caroline.
Caroline.
Oh, sorry, I
Nice to meet you.
misheard you.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys have fun.
We will.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We'll make sure to shut your door.
Yes.
Oh, you watched the Portals to Hell the other day, huh? Actually, Sean was. I liked him in that. He really did well there at the McCormick Farm was the episode. Yeah, he did really well. He was like spot on, and they sent him up there. He had no idea where it was going till the day before they called and said, "Okay, we need you in Strasburg or Sterling or where Burlington. I don't even remember." And they got him a motel, told him where to go. So he goes up there, and then they wait for basically a phone call. Said we'll be over to pick you up in such and such a time. They actually kept him blindfolded to take him there so that he had no idea where he was, what it was about, or anything. So in the episode, you watch him, and he's like spot on a lot of that stuff that he's picking up on. So when Sean's in his zone, he's pretty damn accurate. So I was proud of him. He did good. Sir X, I see you got me 100 biddies there. I sure appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We got people outside the door here. Hello? Hello? They probably heard me, and I got to keep my voice down, pay more attention when they're in the hallway, because I don't want to contaminate them. And if they hear me, then I want them to know that I'm in here, so that they know it's somebody human. So anyways, yeah, we captured somebody. Bumped me to 2K. Oh, really? Me too. And another thing too, guys, that I've done is, and you guys got to tell me because I don't see them obviously, but I think I've gotten rid of all my commercials. Yes, you got a question for me. Speak. Speak. What is your question? I'm not the psychic. I'm not the psychic. You have to ask, Chris, what is your question? All right, go back and make sure I didn't miss anything. I've been pretty busy here the last few. He's not monitoring it. I'm off to bed. Good night. Okay. Actually, I did see you run off. I had a feeling you weren't there no more. Heard her whisper. They should be able to capture on audio because I heard her. Oh, Sir X, she said hi to the visitors. I wasn't paying any attention because I was bouncing from screen to screen, and actually I can't see the chat when I'm doing stuff like that. But sometimes I'm amazed at, because I really, the stream has really come to, it's evolved to an amazing point that I'm able to bring in videos for you guys to see and multitask in the background without you guys seeing it, like when we captured that that gal faking the evidence. I was able to actually capture that while you guys are sitting there waiting. And so that was pretty cool. And then yeah, I'm watching these other cameras over here. I think if I bring in that Elgato, because the cameras that I see over here that actually go into the DVR system, the cameras are so much sharper looking at it there that by the time it goes through the internet, back around into what you guys see, and then back out to you, not only does it lag, but it kills the quality of video that you guys get to see, because I'm seeing nice, clean, sharp video over here. So if I bring in that Elgato and connect it straight up to the computer here so that you guys get an actual live stream, I think you guys are going to be pretty impressed with the quality that you'll see when it's all done. I just need to find the time to do it. And then next week or so, next week I've got a paranormal team coming in for the weekend. Mimi Paranormal out of Denver, and she's bringing 2 other teams with her, 2 other couples. They've got 5 rooms booked over at Headley Hall, so I think they're bringing in a total of 8 people. So that's next weekend. The following weekend, I've got another group coming in. Let's see here. Trying to see what you're talking about here, Chris. Yeah, I actually showed it on Twitch after I clipped it. It came off my DVR over here, and I actually showed it to you guys. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. Maybe when we get back to it and I show it again, I'll blur out their pictures, but it doesn't matter. They sign a waiver that they know they're being videoed and whatnot. And they didn't try to deny it either when I told them that they needed to leave, and I just simply said, "You know why?" And she shook her head yes, and said, "Well, all right then. Be safe. Have a safe drive home." He had to use the bathroom. She went on out. So, what are you referring to? Let's see. I'll call town office. It's the Springs and it's the old hospital. You're talking about the St. Francis? Because I've actually I've investigated in there 3 times. The guy that does all the security cameras and stuff is a friend of mine, and Rich is actually, and he was able to get us in there to investigate. So it was pretty incredible. There's parts of that, even though I've been there 3 times, I still have not been to the 7th floor because it's just so overwhelming, the size of that building. And not only is the new section, but there's the original section that they've married together in a hallway. And so it's just this massive. You think the monastery is huge. This thing would be a garage for that hospital. So, yeah, it's just massive. And I never did make it to the 7th floor, but we had some pretty crazy stuff happen there. It was fun. Oh, man. So I may be wrapping it up here pretty soon, guys. I've been a little under the weather the last for a while now, actually, and just investigating every single night. five nights out of the last 7 now. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. And really, I don't see, I mean, I could leave it play. I don't know. Looks like we've got people in the classroom. We have people in the hallway right outside my door. Oh, this is up on the 3rd floor, actually. So they're right outside the bathroom. Apparently, they're having a discussion about something. Classroom. And we've got people all over in the chapel. Whenever they shine the light at my IR light, it blinds it because it doesn't know whether to swap over to daylight or night vision. And I see actually in the hallway here, there's people. So let's check that real quick. That's on this other camera. Guys need over here. There we go. Keep clicking on something, wondering why it didn't work, because it's on my screen, not yours. So I think there's some people up in this hallway. Back in there. So they're back in the priest room. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wrong camera. Here we go. Yeah, I don't see them in there now, but I saw somebody move past that. So are they in the sacristy? Let's check the sacristy real quick. Don't see anybody in the sacristy. And I don't have a camera back in the monks' room, so I don't know where they went, but I did see movement outside that door. Somebody right outside in my hallway there. Just a second ago, we got some people down the hallway here. I'm right here. So there's somebody right outside the door right now. I have this creepy mask on my door that everybody takes pictures of. My room is the doors are blocked off so that they can't see through the windows. And it kind of helps to hide the light. All right, I've got an email to send real quick. I want this to all right, I'm gonna see what this is about. She sent me an email. Apparently, she wants to forward that. I'm not sure what I got an email here. She's trying to forward that video that I captured to their headquarters. Again, guys, for those of you who don't know, Ghost Hunt USA has venues set up throughout the United States. And they have gone through some issues that we all are aware of and they're on top of, but they've gotten some bad press. And it's unfortunate because they are a reputable company. However, they had an employee that did some things, and it kind of they're like I say, it's all being resolved. They are in good standings here at the Holy Cross Abbey. We have no issues whatsoever, and they are welcome to continue to be here and do things with us as long as they wish to. So what happened is, I'm not even going to go into any details because basically it has nothing to do with the Abbey. So it's, they're a separate business. They book and pay the Abbey to use the monastery for their events. And so that's our relationship with them. And it's unfortunate, as I said, because they are having some issues there. But I assure you that there's a lot of rumors that are going around, and they kind of need to be quashed because it's turned into, there's a lot of untrue stories being said and whatnot. But I want to make it perfectly clear that I have zero, none, nada, no affiliation whatsoever with Ghost Hunt USA. I act strictly on the behalf of the Holy Cross Abbey Monastery. And while I am a volunteer and take care of things around here on a volunteer basis, I still am not an employee of the Holy Cross Abbey either, but I do act on behalf of the Holy Cross Abbey. But I have zero affiliation with Ghost Hunt USA. And I have a very good relationship and am in constant huh. Okay, am I still streaming? It said that I had a disconnect or something, but I think I'm still live. Can you guys see me? Am I live? It said I had a disconnect, but I think I'm still streaming. I never ended it. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Say yes, say no, say nothing, and I'll just assume that I got disconnected. Are you there? Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me?